Caitlin Clark doing stuff that just no player has ever done before.
I think she's amazing. I watched every time I possibly could. In our league.
You've reached a whole new level when some of the greatest basketball minds in the game start paying attention. And that's exactly what's happening with Caitlin Clark. After a record-breaking rookie season where she exceeded even the boldest expectations, WNBA coaches can't help but give her the recognition she deserves. It's not often that a first-year player completely shifts the dynamic of an entire league. But Clark has done just that, and those who truly understand the game, they see her greatness. At just 22 years old, she's already rewriting history, becoming the youngest player ever to drop 25 points in a playoff game? Check. The only player in WNBA history to lead the league in both assists and three-pointers in the same season? Done. Breaking 62 records in a single year? Just another day at work for this rising superstar. She's not just setting rookie milestones or franchise records, she's carving her name into WNBA history in a way few players ever have.
Feel like I'm just scratching the surface. I feel like there's just so many areas that I want to improve in and to continue to get in the gym and work on that every single day.
What is it about Caitlin Clark that has WNBA coaches calling her a once-in-a-generation talent? What exactly does she bring to the court that has veteran strategists labeling her the future of women's basketball? Today, we're diving into the glowing praise from 10 of the league's top coaches as they break down what makes Clark's game so special. And if you stick around until the end, you might just hear from some legendary coaches who have a lot to say about her impact. At the start of this video, you heard from Las Vegas Aces head coach Becky Hammon. Before stepping into coaching, Hammon was a 6-time WNBA All-Star and one of the league's all-time greats. Now, as the mastermind behind the back-to-back champion Aces and the 2022 WNBA Coach of the Year, she knows exactly what it takes to build an elite team. Even before Caitlin Clark played her first professional game, Hammon saw the undeniable talent she was bringing to the league.
Give her flowers. She's done stuff that no man or woman, black or white, has ever done in college basketball. Give that woman her flowers.
As the season progressed, Hammon's admiration for Clark only grew. After seeing firsthand what the young star was capable of, especially alongside Indiana Fever's rising cornerstone, Aaliyah Boston, she made it clear that the Fever were building something special.
I think there's probably an understanding between Aaliyah and Caitlin, too, that they need each other. You both will be better when the other one is better. And, you become a legit two-headed monster with those.
But Hammon wasn't the only one showing Clark respect. Remember when Minnesota Lynx and Team USA head coach Cheryl Reeve brushed off Caitlin Clark's impact like it didn't matter?
Coach of the home team, there's going to be a lot of people cheering for that other side.
I'll get two.
How about one?
Not even one.
Well, that take didn't age too well, kind of like milk left out in the sun. Fast forward a season, and now Reeve is singing a whole different tune. She's calling Clark a future Hall of Famer, and finally recognizing the massive impact she's had on the WNBA.
Some things that you're seeing from Caitlin Clark that stands out to you?
What I think makes her special, I know everyone will talk about the logo threes, and Steph Curry did that for the NBA, right? Think about his popularity because his ability, this little guy, slight of build, running around splashing threes everywhere, right? It's exciting. So obviously future Hall of Famer, and has had a great impact on the game already.
So what caused the change of heart? Was it watching Clark shatter records one after another? Or maybe it was witnessing the undeniable impact she's had on the league's growth. Whatever the reason, the shift in attitude is impossible to ignore. Funny how reality has a way of making people rethink their stance, right? What do you think was the moment that made Reeve change her mind? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Another coach who's been vocal about Clark's influence is former Connecticut Sun head coach and current Indiana Fever head coach, Stephanie White. Right from the start of the season, she didn't just praise Clark's insane talent, she also acknowledged the huge role she's playing in growing the game. White knows Indiana basketball better than most. She led Purdue to a national championship in 1999, played for the Fever, and later coached them. So when she speaks on the sport, you know it carries weight.
Caitlin Clark and the many athletes that are coming into the WNBA are showing that these endorsement deals will follow great players and great ambassadors.
Remember when Coach Steph had Clark's back at the start of the season? Looks like this duo was always destined to team up.
Looking at all these things that people are talking about with Caitlin Clark, it's like, guys, chill out. Like, she's gonna be fine. Like, it's 2 games in. Are you kidding me? She's a student of the game. She got better every year. You're not going to just absorb all of the new information that's coming at you in 2 games, in 2 weeks. It takes time. And she will. I have no doubt about it. She's a student of the game. She continues to get better. And these are also points that coaches then address. Hey, let's continue to work on.
Even after her Connecticut Sun knocked the Fever out in the first round of the playoffs, White didn't hesitate to praise Clark. She made it clear Indiana, led by its young core, is on the brink of becoming a powerhouse for years to come.
The thing that's made this Indiana team, I think fun to watch for everybody is just that they play with so much joy, right? Like they're young, they enjoy the game, they have fun together, and they don't take things too seriously. So there's some good things in that too.
Then there's Sandy Brondello, the 2014 WNBA Coach of the Year and the current head coach of the reigning champions, the New York Liberty. With experience at the highest level as both a player and a coach, she understands the game like few others. She's openly talked about what she calls the Caitlin Clark effect, a movement unlike anything the league has witnessed since its inception.
Look, I think it's just the whole momentum, the movement that we have at the moment. It's very exciting. And, Caitlin, just the impact that she's had on this city and this franchise, but also on the WNBA.
Brondello described Clark's game and presence in just one word: fabulous. But it wasn't just her talent that impressed, it was her composure, maturity, and the way she carried herself like a veteran that truly stood out. When a coach with Brondello's credentials calls a rookie that polished, she's witnessing something extraordinary.
Caitlin's, she's a fabulous player, so she's going to get a lot of attention naturally. And I think she's handled herself brilliantly, to be quite honest. It's tough for a young kid, but she's got the skills and she's going to be an amazing pro.
Next, we have former Dallas Wings head coach Latricia Trammell, one of the most highly respected figures in the WNBA.
I think all the players are excited about what she has brought to women's basketball. I mean, you got to give the young lady credit because she is a incredible talent.
Known for her class and sportsmanship, Trammell has always given credit where it's due. After witnessing Clark dish out a record-breaking 19 assists against the Wings last July, she had no choice but to acknowledge the Fever star's brilliance. That level of playmaking is rare, and Trammell knows it. Her praise only reinforced how much respect coaches across the league have for Clark's ability to elevate everyone around her.
Everybody's been watching Caitlin. She's a great player. She's playing at a very high level, especially with her assists. Like, there's a lot of shots she turned down because she was looking for her teammates. I mean, that just speaks volume of how she is as a player. I don't know her as a person, but she's a great player. What she does, what she's been doing since game 1 till now. Got nothing but respect for her. She did her thing tonight. Just awesome all around.
Then there's Phoenix Mercury head coach Nate Tibbetts, the man who guided Diana Taurasi's squad before her retirement. He's had a front row seat to watch Caitlin Clark in action, and his verdict is clear. Clark is a walking offensive powerhouse. Especially when running the pick and roll, she becomes nearly unstoppable. Defenders can't just focus on her scoring. They have to account for her court vision, pinpoint passing, and elite decision-making.
Her presence coming off pick and roll puts you in a, different situation just because of how far she can shoot it from. And I thought we did a good job for the most part. A couple transition threes, but she really competed on them.
After the Fever dominated the Mercury in the regular season, Tibbetts only reinforced his admiration. He didn't just praise Clark, he also gave credit to her backcourt teammate, Kelsey Mitchell. It wasn't just about stats, it was about the way Clark dictates the tempo, creates opportunities for her teammates, and turns every possession into a challenge for opposing defenses.
He was getting open. Obviously, Caitlin is an unbelievable passer, and Kelsey shot the heck out of it. So I thought Caitlin made good plays looking for Kelsey. I'm not sure how she was getting open, but we'll have to look at that.
Now let's talk about one of Clark's most outspoken critics, Cheryl Swoops. While Swoops hasn't shied away from questioning Clark's game, her former teammate and WNBA legend Cynthia Cooper sees things differently. Cooper, the league's first ever MVP and a former head coach, didn't mince words when discussing Clark's influence. She silenced the doubters and gave Clark the credit she deserves, boldly calling her the future of basketball.
I wish Caitlin Clark had that experience this year because she's our future.
But Cooper didn't stop there. She broke down exactly what sets Clark apart. from her exceptional court vision to her leadership on and off the floor. Cooper made it clear that Clark isn't just an elite scorer. She's a game changer every time she steps on the court. And when someone with Cooper's basketball IQ recognizes that kind of greatness, you know it's the real deal.
Sitting there like, oh my God. But she's so crafty. This is what people don't know about Caitlin. She's not just a three-point shooter. She's a great passer, not a mediocre passer, not so-so. She is a great passer.
Cooper didn't just stop at praising Clark. She took it a step further. She made it clear that adding Caitlin Clark to Team USA wouldn't just benefit the squad. It would elevate the sport of basketball and inspire an entire nation. That's not just a compliment, it's the ultimate endorsement. While the debate over Clark's place on the Olympic roster continues, one of the greatest players and coaches in WNBA history just settled it. In Cooper's eyes, Clark isn't just worthy, she's exactly what the game needs.
Any USA basketball experience for someone as young as Caitlin Clark is going to benefit America for years and years and years and years. So yeah, I would put her absolutely on Team USA.
And if you think that was the highest praise, just wait until you hear what she said next.
She's just a rookie. That level of greatness, that level of play on a consistent basis as a rookie puts you up in the upper echelon of any league, definitely the W.
Former Atlanta Dream head coach Tanisha Wright didn't hold back when discussing Caitlin Clark's impact. She recognized what so many others have come to see. The Caitlin Clark effect is real, and you don't have to be an Indiana Fever fan to appreciate it. Wright admitted that preparing to face Clark isn't just about defending an elite scorer. It's about witnessing firsthand the energy and excitement she brings to every game.
Love to see a packed house. Super excited to be here, be in State Farm, the opportunity to play in front of so many people, such an amazing crowd. Our team is really excited, and I think we're ready to go. So, you know, a big part of this has to do with Caitlin Clark and the brand of basketball she's brought here and she's been playing.
When an opposing coach openly admits that a packed arena is largely because of a player on the other team, that's the ultimate sign of respect. Wright's honest recognition was proof that Clark's influence goes beyond just her teammates and fans. It's felt throughout the entire league, even by those tasked with stopping her. Originally, we had former Chicago Sky head coach Teresa Weatherspoon at number 9, but after a rocky season, she was let go and hasn't landed another job yet. To be fair, she never had anything positive to say about the Indiana Fever anyway. Whether it was walking out of interviews or refusing to acknowledge the team's progress, Weatherspoon made her stance clear. We wish her well in whatever comes next, but she won't be making this list. Now, rounding things out, we have former Indiana Fever head coach Christy Sides. While her coaching style has faced its share of scrutiny, one thing is undeniable. She has been one of Caitlin Clark's strongest supporters from the start. Sides has consistently highlighted Clark's development, not just as an elite scorer, but as a leader, emphasizing how much she has grown in just her first season.
She's playing really well. She's shooting the hell out of the ball. And she's making sure she's finding those open players. She had some amazing assists tonight. Triple-double, second one for a rookie. Just really, really proud of her and her continue to keep her teammates involved and then also just her growth. It's been.
After Clark's standout performance against the Chicago Sky, Sides couldn't hide her excitement. She broke down what makes Clark so special, not just her incredible offensive skill set, but the way she lifts everyone around her. Sides sees what so many of Clark's supporters have been saying all along. She's not just a great player, she's redefining what it means to be a point guard in the WNBA.
I mean, she took the shots that were hers and knocked them down. She distributed the basketball. She takes so much attention, and she's able to find those open looks for her teammates. I mean, all around. I mean, she was really close to a triple-double, wasn't she? I mean, she just had a great game all around.
Now for the exciting part is we've got two special surprises. First up is the coach who knows Caitlin Clark better than anyone, Lisa Bluter. Clark's college coach at Iowa has always been her biggest supporter, and when asked what makes Clark so special, Bluter put it perfectly. She explained that Clark isn't just an elite scorer, she's a game changer who elevates everyone around her. It's not just about the points she puts up, it's about her court vision, her ability to anticipate plays, and the way she sets up her teammates for success.
Really, Caitlin has a different set of rules because she's a special player and she has different talents than most people have as far as her shooting.
Bluter's final words about Clark were the kind of praise that sticks with you. She's not just another rising star, she's a once-in-a-generation talent who is transforming the game right before our eyes.
Caitlin is a great teammate, and if she wasn't a great teammate, it might be hard. If she walked around like she was the star, she doesn't walk around like that. When Caitlin's light shines, it shines on all of you. And I try to remind our team of that all the time, is yeah, we're gonna enjoy that light and it helps all of us.
Come back, baby, come back. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. Everybody down, everybody down.
And for an extra surprise, we have LSU coach Kim Mulkey, yes, Angel Reese's former head coach, who didn't hold back in praising Clark. She even shared a special message ahead of Clark's Iowa jersey retirement.
I can describe it firsthand, having played her 2 years in a row in the playoffs. She's a generational talent. She's a young lady that you just can't take your eyes off of when you watch her play. And I know all of Iowa is proud of her, as they should be. And when we played her in the playoffs this year, I said, thank goodness I don't have to see you anymore. And that's about as high a compliment as I could pay a young lady.
And there you have it, 10 WNBA coaches and 2 legendary college coaches, each giving their unique take on Caitlin Clark's rapid rise. From rivals to mentors, from doubters to believers, the message is loud and clear. Clark isn't just another standout rookie. She's ushering in a whole new era of basketball, and the entire league is taking notice. But beyond the records, the accolades, and the hype, Clark's true legacy is all about inspiration. She's showing young athletes everywhere that greatness isn't just about raw talent. It's about dedication, leadership, and the willingness to take on every challenge head on. This is history in the making, and the best part? Caitlin Clark is only getting started. Do you agree? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss out. Click the video on your screen, and we'll see you in the next one.